the Torah, whatever the thing I have that tracks is. This thing. All right. I don't know how much battery it has because I had it plugged in while I was hurriedly getting things ready. I just got done cutting my hair. Ooh, go on a nice little spin around. Um, hey, bud, over here. Hi, recognize me? Hey, there you go. Let's just twist you like that. Nope. Hey, I'm over here, okay? Hello. Oh, wait, what are we? Wrong. There. There we go. Hey. Lovely. Wow. I do not. Ooh. The quality looks a little worse for wear. It's been a while since I've done a stream from a phone. Yeah, I just got done with a haircut. And so, you know what? Hey, right there. And I just remembered I have trick. Yeah, you put rubber band underneath the lens of the tracker. Because if you turn it off, so it stays in one place and turn it back on, it has to do the full, circle thingy. Well, it seemed to pick up something here. I'll just hold the thing I wiped the lens with in front of it. Okay, I can zoom in. Okay, that's as far out as we can go. Anyways, let's all right, let you track me again, and let's get on with this because I don't want this to be a super long stream. Like some of these have been before. Studio's a bit of a mess. You can see one of my speakers back there because I got a new subwoofer. Haven't hooked it up yet because the audio interface had the power button pushed in from out of the box. So, yeah. But this is something that I made with some of the packing materials from the subwoofer. And it is some stands for my old speakers. Because I pulled them out because I was going to use them temporarily to do some editing while I was in the middle of waiting for my stuff to come. Then my stuff came. Oh, I don't need this, and this was not quite done because I before that I pulled them out and was using them, or no, to demonstrate them to someone who was buying the Altet Lansing VS4121s that I had finally, like, I listed on eBay, didn't work, listed them on Facebook Marketplace a year later plus, and finally sold them. I think the guy's gonna enjoy them, which is nice. But I brought up my Sun 115H speakers as just a little demonstration. You need a longer cable than that. They're not bad sounding. They do go a bit crackly. Turning them off and on again works. For any of you guys who are new here, I thought about actually, I asked on Reddit what probable cause could be, what a possible fix would be, and person on Reddit said it's probably capacitors. If you want to be fun, see how much you can improve them, or like a fun little project would be to get audio grade capacitors, but just replacing them with regular, cheaper capacitors will work. And I'm like, okay. So then I needed to get inside of them because I thought, because they were doing that. And so I got 16-inch screwdriver. Longer than I need for this, but why not? Go big or go home. Although I could have gotten one size bigger. I don't remember how much bigger it was. I could have gotten one size bigger. But I said, I think 16's enough. I opened one of them up. I think it was the control one. Yeah, because I was thinking this would be like a present gift idea for my parents for Christmas. $50. No, it's not worth $50 for these speakers that I paid $5 for from BYU Surplus. They look cool. I just like vintage stuff anyways. So I don't know if back in the day, like if I was seeing these new on a store shelf somewhere back in like the 80s or 90s, whenever they came out, because there's very little information on Sun. There's like one website that has a spec sheet but no pictures, which is sad. But anyways, yeah, like back in the day, I probably would have said there's, I don't know, average speakers, whatever. But the way that this works is this is held together with 3M90, and then it has a little lip to keep it on. They won't be at that angle. They'll be on the actual. Let me grab the speaker and I can. Well, no, actually, no. I should just show you on the thing. So let's see if we can do this. I think you guys are going to need to tilt up a bit. Can you follow me? I'm over here, bud. All the way over here. All right, so this goes up here like that. And then I'll just grab the control unit by my foot, which will likely go on that side. And then it goes like that. So, ooh, a bit. Why is it so, why are we being so, like, washed out bright? We're gonna have to reduce some light in here. Whoa, buddy. Unless it's my, I hope it's not my dark party shirt from lttstore.com. Hey, bud. Hello. You know what? Here. Nope. Not over there. Okay, you're going to be right there. Whoa, and I noticed that. You know what? Here, you're shutting off for a second. I'm going to put my hand out there. Yeah. Yeah, that's what you should do. Okay. It's a little better. All right, you guys are going to get the ride again. At least I think. Yep, no, there you go. Okay, it's figured out where it is in the, and then it's, okay, so that must be the center point. So it looks like I'm just gonna actually, whoa, flip you guys like that. There you go. Hey, buddy. Cool. I mean, this is not like the most advanced one ever. I got it from NPS, but it's like likely a thing that was lost in shipping from an Amazon order. So let's get to the finish that I have for these things. I really hope they work and my Sun speakers don't fall down because I don't want them to get damaged. They're cool. And they are going to live up there permanently, even though I'm waiting for my next audio interface. No, same one, just they're waiting for the replacement. It's not, what's the word? I mean, maybe I'll plug these into my computer directly and get some use out of them before then. For editing, I don't have an easy way to plug my microphone in, so like I can't stream right now. So maybe that will be a thing. Okay, yeah, I got the volume good. That's better. Just check in. Why is that so? Okay, good. BusyBox was on the correct thing. Perfect. So, oh, there goes tripod and extension thing for the Alitora. Put you right over here for now. Red tape. That's how we're gonna be finishing these. I thought about like leaving them this way, and it wouldn't look as bad if there wasn't all like the marks and stuff from the marker on there. But yeah, this is relatively sturdy. I'm not gonna try hard to pull it apart. Let's tilt you guys a little more than that. Let's see. Hopefully that looks good. Filming on the rear camera and using your computer as a monitor, there's a bit of delay with the stream. Not necessarily complaining too much. You know, I'm the one who chose to film on the rear camera versus filming on the front where I get 0 delay for the preview. Or like if I had an assistant to like sit here and stream with me. I don't. But like also I still haven't quite like figured out yet how I would communicate to someone like what to look at and what to do because I need to be someone who's familiar with that anyways and has some idea of what to, point or look at. But then also I think you need to know like the style of the person. Okay. Good question is where to put the seam. I think I'm going to go for the seam in the middle bottom. That way it is less likely to put you guys down just a smidge more. Less likely to get peeled up by something rubbing against it. And plus this will be on, this will have speaker pressing against it, keeping it down tight. Okay. I think this is actually, ooh, this is nice too because the foam, even though it is like a closed cell foam, it I think has enough porousness on the surface that all of like the bubbles in the air just squeezes out. So I'm not getting lots of, like there's that one pocket of air that you accidentally trapped that you have to then squeegee its way to the edge, peel it up, and stick it down again. That whole process. Okay, I think I'm not quite on the edge. Bro, why are you... I know, likey. I wish I was streaming from my camera. Oh. I just realized my camera can be an audio interface if I plugged in my good expensive Sony camera to my computer. Oh well, I mean that would have taken a little bit longer for me to then set up and I wouldn't have been quite so on time. But hey, we moved over too much with that. Okay. Okay, I don't know what's... Because you see how that looks like it's right on the edge there? But then, if I were to come down to here... And also, what am I focusing on? Am I focusing on this? I'm going to guesstimate for a second here. I have no idea what oh, would it be this side? Oh, that made it worse. Yeah. Okay, let's see. Did that... It's probably just going to change. So, this side looks fine. It looks on the line. But then we start getting over to here, and we see how much that's over the line. I don't think this slopes... Maybe there's a slight slope that way. Maybe. I'm going to try this one last time. Peel you up. Trying to ever so slightly force it more left. That does seem slightly better. Overall, though, having this be red is going to look better than having it just be this white. I thought about black. I think black would actually do even better at hiding, like, blemishes and imperfections. But I like my stuff being red. Red is nice color. Man, now there was a strong tilt to the right. Some overlap is fine. I can like do that trick where you snip a little bit in the corner, just like, well, I'll show you when we get to it. You snip the corner a little bit, and then it lets you fold in the edges. I know that trick. Also, seriously hope this is going to be enough tape. Okay. Okay, that had some tilt. How? How did I get so far off? Come here. Okay, it's sticking to a little bit of the glue that's down there. It's like, ooh, a stickier surface than this. I need to remember to scoot back. I think that's why. Okay. I think that's why it's getting out of the frame. Okay. That lineup looks better. I think maybe it's ever so slightly more wrinkly on the back, but not by much. I literally just... Oh, now you're out of the frame. That's great. I literally just pulled this and pulled it over. So now, if we hold this taut, try and line up with our edge. Okay, that's a better lineup. How is it gonna... Okay, how's it smoothing out? Okay. It's not looking as smooth as I was thinking it would, but that's okay. It still is going to look way better when it's all red than currently right now where it is white. Because white, I don't necessarily like the color white. I recognize white does have a place and a purpose as far as, you know, like the whole religious temple ordinance stuff. And, you know, being clean and holy, white is often a symbol of purity. But other than, and like also white is often the color of a very bright flash sometimes. There's definitely white in there. Okay. What? Where's my scissors? You gonna... Apparently you're not gonna follow me over here, which is actually... Oh, there you go. You're like, oh, hey, I'm sorry. I'm gonna move now. Don't fire me. Nah, you can't be fired. You cannot. Man, it's happened again. It's the thing where I can never find my scissors when I need them because they never make it back into the thing that they are supposed to live in. Yeah, but here they are. They are underneath that thing. I could have just put them away in the floppy disk pencil holder directly behind you guys, but no. And the worst is even like they should go here in the floppy disk holder, but they're not where... Oh, they're on this side of the desk. So close to where it was supposed to be. Yet, so far. So close. So close. Okay. We're gonna cut you. Ended up being a bit weird on that cut, but that's okay. Smooth you down. Okay. Seems like there's a bit of pulling it down tension now. I'm just going to bend that. Okay, that looks good. Plus, it's going to be on a flat surface, and it will have some weight on it as well. Yeah, or like in the back here, I'm noticing... So I don't necessarily want to have the tape be squeezing in and smushing this tighter. So I'm going to try and watch that for the next spot. All right, so again, this one, I do want some overlap. And I'm overlapping slightly this way as far as on the seam. So it's on top of the top seam coming around. And I'm overlapping slightly in the other direction as far as it being over the edge of the other one. Okay. This is also turning out to look like not quite a straight edge on the left, which is a lot less noticeable since we're not sticking off the edge of the foam, but that's okay. Oh, and if you guys like these kinds of streams, actually leave a like down below. Streaming in general for me doesn't get lots of views, especially these ones, which I'm okay with. It's for me just a quick and dirty way to put something out there that doesn't require me having to think about the upload afterwards, how long that's going to take. You know, am I uploading from my phone? And so that's going to drain a lot of battery, and it could potentially use a lot of data if I'm not hooked up to a Wi-Fi network, and all of these different factors and things, which streaming would too, but I'm, you know, like not right now. But it's like, it would then be, okay, like, you know, if I'm not uploading from my computer, am I going to be going anywhere within the time that this, oh yeah, no, it looks like it's taking long enough that I am going to be going somewhere before it finishes. So that last little bit, it's going to have to be finished on data. Oh boy. Okay. I immediately don't like how smooth this side is and how not smooth the other side is. Except the bottom. Okay. Well, here. Let's... Come on. Can I get you actually to... Nope. If only I had someone who was skilled with duct tape. Could be like, oh, that, yeah. Just do it. Great. We are now stuck on some glue, which is on the outside of where I need the glue to be. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to ever so carefully here with my razor attempt to cut this glue. Man, this glue is tough, so I have to really go like under it and be like, hey, I'm going to force you in the opposite direction from where you want to go. And then you're going to be like, yeah, that's my limit. Ping! Actually, we might be damaging this more than we are actually. Come on. There we go. Okay, we did take a little tiny piece of... Okay. We're gonna... Same thing again. Yeah, we are like pulling off a layer of foam and glue. I do not want to have to spray any more glue. Wow, there's really not... This is... There is now a cavity in there. It means it wasn't very well filled. I'm going to grab some gloves out of the garbage can. and attempt to actually fill that up, which this glue smells, requires some ventilation procedures. So first we open up our Smart app and turn on the air damper. We can turn on Home app. We'll go Climate. This will be nice too because I'm getting a bit toasty. Turn on the fan for 30 minutes. And then we'll go into our VivoSun app. Access that specific fan for the exit. Turn it on full power. Okay. Pop you on. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 16, 30 shakes. This one's getting a little bit empty. Ooh. Pop that bubble there. Okay, so, I gotta be careful because my finger is missing, and also, whoa, that really kept the moisture in there because of how sticky that stuff still is. All right, okay, they're tilted down. Well, tripod can tilt. There we go. Nope, you're not supposed to. Not supposed to stick to yourself or to this. This stuff's a bit annoying because of the way it ends up like bubbling up and stuff and not just staying in like I sprayed. But hey. Okay, I'm going to call that good enough because I know for a fact that it put something inside of that hole to hopefully help it stay sealed better. Okay. Now, peel you back. Okay. Then we carefully peel you up. We gotta tilt you guys back up. Okay, come on. I'm also covering this with tape. Is one reason why I felt slightly comfortable. Okay, let's see. Pull it nice and flat. Okay. Oh darn, we had another stick to yourself incident with the tape. Okay. All right, that does look slightly better. Oh, and we had a little bit of drip from this glue. Okay. Okay, that looks much smoother. Now we have chair stickage. All right. Okay. Let's see, is this? No, this is still the top. So this is definitely where we want to try and make it as smooth as possible. Okay. that last. Okay, that is definitely causing some tension. So I got to make sure that when I'm tightening, I hold the foam straight. Otherwise, it gets taped down in tension. That makes sense. Okay, that is looking a little bit better. Now I can pull this back, squeegee it into the corner thing there. Going to be a bit rough on the end here, but I'm going to accept. Okay, this might actually, well, we might, okay, I know what we have to do. First we got to get this around the edge. Okay. All right, now we can smooth this out. And then we can go down and smooth this side. Now, this is something that we can check. Is it still, I'm doubtful that it's going to hold as well. I mean, this is relatively grippy. I'm just more worried about like the lip on the front, which, yeah, no, too worried about that. So what we're going to now do is we're going to take out our knife and we are just going to cut into that all the way through. That does now expose where we did put fresh glue, but that's okay. Let's make sure there's no glue on my knife. Keep the gloves on for just a minute longer. The point of doing that was then it gets rid of the tightness going up more of a slope up than it feels like the lip has gotten pulled down some. Okay. Yeah, that. Gonna be honest, the front edge doesn't look the prettiest. Oh, and I just ripped some of the tape out. Wonder if the foam like just scrunched up. I'm gonna try something very stupid. By cutting that. Yeah, that did nothing other than make a white edge there. Let's try with our razor tool here. Again with the being washed out. Dude, I told you to focus on one spot. Can you not lock focus and stay. I think that's why I got the Prism Live app, which I've only used like once. No, twice. But once since getting it again recently. Okay, I'm very carefully going towards myself, which I don't, but I couldn't see any other way. Fine. Now the real question, I'm not seeing, there's black. This is just great, because I may have just done something with the intent to do another thing, and then that other thing isn't possible. Okay, I don't know where any of my red markers are. I do not know where any of my red markers are in this studio, which is not a very large studio, but yet you can lose stuff in the studio, and I don't know where my red markers went. And now that I think about it, I haven't found them in like days. I was gonna like, color in there up in the front, and my white one's not in there. And I know it's somewhere around here, and for all I know, it could be like buried in the back there with that blanket, or it's underneath some other stuff. All kinds of places that it could be, but nowhere that I know of. And you're like, oh goodness, you hope it's not in there. And hope it didn't get put with that stuff. Like, did it fall down behind? No, it didn't. And is it underneath? Yeah, nope. Could be underneath the 70s corner. I'm not gonna bother to check right now. We're moving on. But like, yeah, so what I'm going to do for this then is really? Yeah, a triangle? Thought I was cutting straight. This is part of the reason why it's not very often that you see me building stuff. My mom has the phrase, measured twice, cut once. I have the phrase, measure 7 times and still do it wrong. And then have something that you need it has to be like built, and so you just like out of necessity, I can take these off now I think, but out of necessity you build it. I mean, partially by choice, and like there's a possibility that I could go over to my neighbor and have him build something out of metal for me, and that might very well be version 2 of this, building like a thin metal bracket and then sticking like rubber so I don't damage my Adam T5Vs. Those are expensive speakers. And putting like speakers that were maybe possibly, I don't know, the Sun speakers. I think I've before said if they were new for $50 back in like the 70s or 80s. Actually, no, less. I'm thinking today $50, but back then. So probably like, that would be about $15 back then. Because I know like $19.99, the price listed on many of my Odyssey 2 video games, inflation adjusts that to about $70. So like games have kept the price really well. There's just one little white spot. It's less likely to be seen because it'll be at this angle. How do I not know where my red markers are? Or like, do I even have a red, like, pink? No. Red scented pen. Go. Save me. I don't care what you smell like. The smell will be gone later. You just need to... Let's try on this cardboard. Nope, you are not working. Oh, no, there we go. It just needed to get going. On that cardboard, it's not looking very red. Berry smell? Fruity? I mean, it's not the worst thing I've smelled. We gotta try it on. Let's see, that's. Ooh. That is. It pushed the wrong thing down, if anything. Okay, black is black. Okay, maybe it. Nope. Red is coming out more. Did I disassemble this thing and put it back wrong? Red's coming out pink. What's pink coming out? Pink is not writing. I mean, we'll try it on the back. Okay. Pink is a very purplish color. What about purple next to black and red? You want to like get going? Wish I had just a sheet of paper. Oh, there we go. Purple is very purple. Let's see, if brown is brown, then yeah, brown is brown. Green's gonna be green. So then fine, it's red, but it's not very like red. So fine, Will. Let's make sure that we're still, yep. I can kind of see that. So let's see if we can color in here. Looks like this is going to be a no, and it's going to need a marker. And again, I have zero idea where this marker would be, unless it's completely all the way behind my desk, which I doubt it. But then this is a case of, okay, you'll find it hopefully when you clean, and if you don't, then you tear up everything that's already been put away and in its place. And you stop leaving stuff places. Stop just being like, oh, gotta go. And then you just leave the marker on the table and walk away. No, actually put it away. Fine. You didn't know. I'm putting you away. You know, maybe. Let's see about this triangular pink Pentel pen. All right, that has much better drawing. Oh, yeah, I can actually see it changing the color of this glue. Let's actually try the orange color of Pentel. Also, we might as well, I mean, we did color with the special 10 color scented pen. Let's just assault my nose. Ugh. It smells like ink, scented ink. I've smelled worse, but yeah. Whatever. Good enough. The real question, though, it's because this lip is so very not tall on the front of there. And so as long as it's still, like, Okay. So it looks like we have just barely squished this down in an undesirable way. Maybe when it got ripped and pulled. That's my bad. Try not to do that with the other one. But okay. Moving on. Speaking of which, wow, so we have been going for just a little over half an hour. Nice. All right, well, let's squeaky, let's finish this. Okay, so how do I want to tackle this side? I think the side just needs to be like, let's just try and center this. And then we just need to snip you off. Okay. Yeah, I think we're going to have enough tape. I hope. Okay. That is going to be tough because, yeah, we're going to need another piece of tape up there. But then this is the snip trick I was talking about earlier. You snip it right there. Man, I just had an interesting thought. So I was thinking of Star Trek First Contact theme, Jerry Goldsmith. There's an absolutely amazing cover that made me cry. You can see my comment in comment section, unless it hasn't been washed out. If it hasn't been washed out, but Barclay Brass did an amazing cover of that made me cry. And then I ended up watching that movie again that night. But anyways, so my singles ward is doing a karaoke night tonight, right? And I was just thinking, man, what about if I did that? But there's no words to it. But then it was like, oh, man, if you could do a cappella by yourself and like sound like an instrument or however they do a cappella and just really good, then you could karaoke like anything, even if it doesn't have lyrics. So good. Also, that movie, my roommate had not seen Star Trek. Well, he's seen bits and pieces of the original series before, and I'm sure, aside from YouTube clips, I'm sure he's seen bits and pieces of the Next Generation, but not like whole episodes, right? So I like filled him in on a few things, and then like the movie ended up kind of filling in on those things too, which I forgot about. I remembered hearing in like a special feature behind the scenes thing that they made the movies to be watchable by any audience, even if you hadn't seen the series, because these were going into movie theaters. But yeah, they did a really good job of like holding its own and explaining things for people who wouldn't have seen the series, and I really appreciated and liked that. And overall, it's a really good movie. I think the character Lily, spoiler alert, only one who's really ever stood up to Picard for like a lot. And like, yeah, he's their commanding officer, and what else were they? It was necessary. Captain Ahab. Okay. Here's where we get another cut there. Cut there. So yeah, also I made a karaoke track once for a song. Like the video with the words, because it didn't have one. But then I found there is one with like a paid service, not just on like YouTube. The ending is a bit messed up, so it was never released. Also, the video, even though it's unlisted, but it did give a copyright, not a strike, but like there's copyrighted content. And so I would want to, before I before I went public or anything, I would want to like double check that and like restrictions and see, is it like they might take money from this? Are we good? Which, if that's the case, I'm not monetized right now, but even if I ever did get monetized, I'm fine. I wouldn't want that to be a video, making me lots of money and carrying weight with its views. Airborne death. What happens if you successfully pull someone's leg? The calculator. Green's DIY cremation, or like the pulling the blood feather video. Things that are original to me. Yes. Although pulling the blood feather, like, I just quickly needed some calming music. I know this is gonna, get content ID'd. I don't care. Using David Tolk or whoever it was I used in that video. This bird's gotta have something to keep them calm while I save them. Okay. All right, now for the other side. Surprised? No comments, which is like, okay. I mean, again, they get like little views, but I don't know. I kind of felt like maybe this one would have like one person. But again, hey, if you watch this after the fact, well, welcome. Don't feel bad. Especially with the size of reoccurring viewers that I have. I'm not big enough that I can expect to just go live at almost any time and expect to have a chunk of people. And for me, a chunk could be like 20, 50, 100 might be nice. So those numbers, I would say, but like, yeah, okay. Okay, that got, oops, got corner folded itself over again. Yeah, no, it's lost enough glue right there. We're just saying goodbye. actually, well, great, we're folding down a bit on the bottom. This side actually needs to go in some. Right, this needs to be one that's done differently. Wait, that's the, okay, this is the bottom. I see. Man, I just had the thought, does overlapping this piece of tape, like from the seam, having it back a little bit from the other seams, does that make this section longer than the other sections? And then I just remembered the Cyber Chase for Real thing where, oh, we pulled off a bit of foam from somewhere, but where Bianca complains about the race not being fair, like her first track race, because she's starting farther back than everyone else, but like, it's the same. And then she's like, no, it's not, I'm gonna prove it. And she runs with the, whatever you call the thing where it's the wheel that keeps track of how far you've gone. Oh, wow. Ali Tora, you got some serious juice in not very much time. That is impressive. Props to you for being a relatively quick charger. But then again, it probably also doesn't take too much power to run, especially with how terrible that camera is. Because you can plug this thing into your computer and use it as a webcam, but it looks like trash, and I would not do that. It's like, I think it was, if I remember correctly, worse than most security footage. Oh, and this is working out, because I was thinking after this, then I'm going to have to put another strip just flat. Nope. These will bend in and cover each other. Okay. All right, this is where we really got to get into the track there. Nope. No, I didn't ask you to bend in just... You know what? Fine. We're gonna do that. Snip. I said snip. Nice. Okay. But anyways, I forget what I was going on, other than I remembered that I don't think I finished my karaoke night like thing, because I'm probably going to sing Pier, but I do have that other karaoke track, and that's Pier by the Lightning Seeds, but the one that I made the video for, I used like an AI whatever thing to remove the lyrics, or yes, remove the singing, and just have the sound, this music, instruments. But the song is All for Love by Lady Antebellum. Oh. This is great, because that foam piece, I now see where it came from. And it's like a dent off to that side there, and then like, yeah, I don't know what I did with it, because I was just like, this, I have no idea where you came from, goodbye. And maybe that's not a good idea. It's like a moment that I know has happened on the Short Circuit channel once or twice, and then definitely other people have done it where it's like, instructions, don't need these, because, you know, you're doing content. If you can figure out the device by looking at it, that's better than thinking around with instructions. It goes faster. And then it's like, oh, actually, I think I need those. This is hard. Well. Okay. Another snip you there. Snip you there. I'm going to start by folding in the side away from that hole or that missing chunk. Okay. Thankfully, I only paid $1.25 for this tape from Dollar Tree. So, like, yeah, money's tight. I gotta get the dollar stuff. It'll be good enough. It'll work. Assault. Yep, smell's pretty much gone. Did not assault my nose with smells. And I cannot see where that went. Maybe it went to the same place the markers went. A black hole. You know what, man? If I had just a little bit of money, cause like you know how like Captain Sparkles has people that will go through and clip things from his Minecraft streams and stuff and make funny moments, stuff like that. It'd be cool if I had enough money that I could pay someone to do this every once in a while. And like it'd have to be cheap too. So it would be like a just skim through it, I don't care. Ah, I had the thought, what if I paid them per clip? And then I'm like, oh yeah, and then they find like 30 clips. And if I did $1 per clip, I don't have 30. There it is. Yeah, I don't have $30 right now. Great work. I'll pay you soon. I was also thinking recently too about the this one person wanted to donate me because they had some leftover money, but I didn't have donation features on because I'm not at that point yet. I still need the watch hours. So I mean, thank you, and I appreciate it, and I can't wait for those to be turned on because there are people who do genuinely seem like they are ready to like donate if they don't have to go off a platform to like Patreon or something, which I appreciate that. I mean, Patreon's better because YouTube gets less of a cut, or like Patreon gets less of a cut than YouTube does for the transaction. But like, I can't wait for that to happen because like all of that money, I'm gonna promise you that it's gonna go towards YouTube content first, and then like if I absolutely need to pay for something that's not YouTube related, except for like life related, like I absolutely need to get more food or something, or because I'm running out and my parents can't help, or you know like obviously in the future if this becomes my full-time job, then yeah, it'll buy things that will be YouTube related in the sense of just, you know, keeping me alive. But well, it's like very early on and I still have day job making money for food and stuff. I'm going to absolutely be like, okay, this has to be put towards YouTube and content for the first while. I've got enough gear. So what prop can I buy? You know, can I afford to, you know, pay someone, even if they're just a friend? Even if I bring back one of my friends who's done something for free in the past, I'll be like, hey, and you know, I'd like to pay you for this, which I actually did pay a friend. Well, they kind of sort of became a friend because we did the what happens if you successfully pull someone's leg. And then that was in addition to the other people from the Utah filmmakers and actors who I paid. I like just needed one more person, and so you know that's the contract. They got paid for their voice work, even though they were not a professional voice actor or someone who was trying to be professional, like the people from the Utah Filmmakers and Actors Group. Okay, all right. I think the metal bracket's going to look so much more elegant and nice that it's going to be commissioned sooner than this. And so I wasted $1 in tape. The foam was free. And then I wasted $1 or $2 in glue. It was like $15 a can. Guessing how much I used, I don't really know. Okay, so okay, that part's been covered. I also need to, okay, 427. Yay, a strip about like this should do. That's a little bit, yeah, that's much longer than I needed. Tuck you in right there. And this changes how I do the other side a bit too, which actually is good. Well, maybe. No, that should have been longer. And it didn't quite fill that. I was gonna do a strip like this, but no, I can't. I don't think I can afford to do that with tape. Another thing too that I'm willing to do tonight at the karaoke thing, which is not like going to be streamed or anything. I doubt that I'll have anyone record me up there. Like if someone offers, then I'll be like, if everyone's comfortable, like being background noise audience, then sure, go ahead and record and I'll post it. But the other thing that I could do too is like hand someone my local music collection on my phone and be like, here, you scroll through this, I can sing pretty much anything on there. Not everything. There actually is one album by, I think it's Gary Allan, but I'm not positive, and I don't know if I've heard his music before. It's like YouTube back when it was Google Play Music, they gave away like some free albums, and I think it was them and like the record companies having a little freebie sale thingy, and so I got some free music. I think yeah, Lady Antebellum, this Glen Cam, the Move sessions for Golden, and what was the other thing? Oh, Glen Campbell, the Meet Glen Campbell album. That one has a lot of covers of other people in there, which is interesting, but they sound good with his instruments and style on them. Like I know one of them is Walls by I forget who the original artist is. Oh, but also like Time of Your Life, Green Day, his covers on there. That was a very violent vibration from my. And it's spam for a financial VDOT. VDOT. Final reminder, outstanding toll due to your account. Like, how did this even get. Because I got another one. The only reason that I even saw that one is because Link to Windows, the phone link thing, where you can get text messages and calls on your computer, that program had picked it up before, just in like the split second before Google sent it to spam. Or maybe it just gets everything and doesn't like filter for what's gone to the spam folder. But either way, it got one of those that went to spam. And so like this one I'm positive is spam. But where would even V dot be? Because I'm in Utah, so it would be U dot. So V, is that like Virginia Department of Transportation? Well, whatever. I'm not clicking that link and I'm not paying it. Yeah. Or like, obviously, if the one completely random freak chance it ends up being something legit, well then one, hey, yeah, this looked really scammy. You guys need to update your system so that it doesn't look like a scam. Like man, if if the freak chance that ends up being legit, but I don't pay it because it looks like a scam, and then I get like extra fines for not paying it on time or whatever, then I'll go to court, and that judge better be like, yeah, that looked like a scam. We're not gonna charge you for that. Or will make you just pay the. No, I'd still want to have to pay nothing or a reduced amount. But, or what I was about to say is, yeah, you just pay the original amount and nothing new. All right, so we got one of these things made. It reminds me. It looks like some weird gymnastics jungle gym foam padded thingy. All right, Alitora, would you like to behave? And would you like to follow me over here? Okay. Okay. So that's on there. Okay, yes. Yes, it works. I think I'd feel slightly better about a metal bracket. It also is not... Here. Bro, over here. Hello. No. I need to make an easier cover. Also. Okay. There we go. Focus on that. Or, no, actually. Focus on... Can you focus outside? No, you can't. That's just way too bright for anything. Well, okay, fine. Focus right there. So it seems to be working. And then, like, obviously, this one's going to have all the cables coming off of the back. So... If I did have my neighbor who lives next door. Okay, okay, I hope I'm okay to say this. I think I probably said this before, so I hope I'm okay to say this if I'm not YouTube editor, if someone points this out. But this person actually rents our old house from us. But he's done a number of, like, here's some, old leftover screws from stuff that I don't need. You can just have them. He's done that so many times. I would be like, here, let me, I want to actually, like, pay you some for this, but figure out a bracket situation for that. Or I've also considered 3D printing something, and then it could be 3D printed in red. Man, I don't know if my one friend would actually. I have two friends with 3D printers, but the one friend who I think would be more reliable to actually do something, like if I said, hey, can you just print this file that's already exists? I don't know if he'd be able to design something. I could hit him up, though. Because having it be red would be cool, but I also feel like, well, man, if it's plastic, that could be simpler, easier than a metal bracket thingy. All right, so hopefully we've learned enough from that one. That we can speed through this. And why can you not, like, see that everything is blown out? Please. Okay. That does look... And I made it worse. Oh, this is so bad. Well, let's get started. If this this doesn't do... You know what? Fine. Let's just tap in the center. But then it just... so annoying. and it just goes back. Tap from the underside, and let's go. Okay. Okay, so this is where we stretch you out. I was thinking if I had like, oh, come on. Okay, there we go. All right, now what we do is we place you across my legs. And we work to make you nice and smooth, but also not have you bent funny. And again, anybody who sees this afterwards, don't feel bad that you missed it live. It's okay. Oh, but I really am. No, it's fine. We're all busy, and you know we all got work and taking care of the kids, and you know making sure that our wife is doing good and she's feeling okay, and we're not slacking off. And yeah, but I was just binging my favorite anime or Netflix show, and I could have been watching you instead. Well, you got to see it afterwards, so should feel okay. You'll be fine. Take deep breaths. This is one thing that I think would be really, really interesting because they don't have a lot of people viewing stuff right now and even like giving feedback. Going on some big channel, like I highly doubt this would ever happen, but and also like I got a PC laptop, so I think I'm doing pretty good. Plus, I like them being able to just fix my computer if I just bring it in and be like, here, you guys built this, so it's under your thing to be able to like fix anything you can without ordering new parts. I love that so much. But anyways, like if I ever want a computer from Linus or whatever, and then just all of the stuff that might happen on screen, you know, and like stuff that I would say, I'm not worried about it. But it is to me like this, I wonder like what kind of people are going to say. Is the majority of an audience like that, or any really bigger audience on any channel, are they going to be like, I like this guy, I like his personality, or, you know, those were some interesting things. Some people will. Some people won't, but I wonder what the percentage is. And I especially wonder what they would like quote. Like that Netflix thing that I just said. Is that going to be one of the things going into the quote books? Or is something else? And I just realized it's the bottom where we won't really see as much. And so I didn't need to fix that exact white spot. Whatever, I'm not trying to peel that flat. But, I mean, that piece has potential to be cut up and used elsewhere, so we'll pull you like that. You know, the other thing too, if I went the 3D printing route with like a friend, even just the cost of materials could be expensive. Like, so the one friend who, like, he didn't end up printing the one thing that I was going to have him print for me, and I found something else. So I, like, texted him, oh, hey, actually, you don't. I found a cheaper option, but thanks. And then, like, I never heard back about, like, anything of it. But, you know, we've, like, had slight conversations about stuff, about other things since then. But it's, like, it was, like, $10 for this other thing. So it's, like, I don't know if I have that much right now. I'm sure metal could possibly be more expensive than that, especially if I were to buy the pieces. But so I'd have to see, like, you know, what my neighbor would charge to do his metal stuff and make something versus what my other friend would charge to 3D print something. I think I like the idea of 3D printing because you could go red. And red's my favorite color. There's so much red in this studio. There are other colors. All right. I'm not like, I mean, the white wall behind me is going to be covered in red foam. There's more red's going to, you know, fill in the space, but not everything's going to be a 100% red. All the clocks aren't red. And man, you want to know something kind of annoying? I know the song that I'm likely going to sing at karaoke tonight, but a completely different Lightning Seed song is just going through my head, and like that's not it. And if I work at it, I can't think of the correct song, but like, why are you doing Life of Riley instead of Pier? Why isn't Pier just going on loop in my head, waiting for my performance of it? Okay. Okay, that lip. I'm positive there's still a little bit of smushed down like tension from the tape, but I'm just gonna leave that one as is without cutting it and give it a shot. It's the home stretch, guys. It's the home stretch. Man, another not so great thing too about having Life of Riley running through my head, I think I know that one less. I know all of them good enough though that like if the music's playing I can sing along and my mind will fill in what comes next, but I can't just like remember what comes next. So you karaoke track that one up. Yeah. If it even exists out there, then otherwise, you know, like, I don't know. Find a way to sync things up. And, you know, so that, like, they're still singing. But yeah, I could practically go through that whole album if, you know, if you can successfully, like, have just the instrumental, so all you hear is me singing, but they're still singing in my ear situation. Oh, that got real messy. Not good. Yeah, no, that is absolutely horrible section. That gets a do-over. I'm just going to try a little bit of singing of Life of Riley. See how it goes, see how far I get. Because it might also be a thing where, like, if I sing along actually in my mind instead of just that one section going over and over again, then my mind is like, oh yeah, and then this comes next, and then this comes next. Hey, you're doing good, keep going. Lost in the Milky Way. Smile at the empty sky and wait for the moment a million chances may all collide. I'll be the guiding light. Swim to me through stars that shine down and fall to the sleeping world. It's falling apart pretty quickly. Here's your life. Find the time. Sailing blind. With certain nothing's certain, I don't mind. I get the feeling you'll be fine. God, fine. You'll be fine. We've got to find the time for the Life of Riley. I think this song would be paired so perfectly with clips from the first Inside Out movie. I've not done it yet because double content match, whatever. I mean, unless YouTube... It seems like YouTube system is mainly going after audio. So if it was just pure Lightning Seed song and then nothing matched from them, I don't know if I'd ever post that on the second channel. Or on my main channel, sorry. I don't have a second channel. Well, I do, but it's not used. It's like YouTube just one day was like, here's a YouTube channel, it's just your name. Okay, thanks. I'm Cool Shows 101. Yeah, my real name is Caleb Rogers. No shame in sharing that. It's in the credits of every single short film thing that I've ever made with credits. But like, nah, I go by the channel name is Cool Shows 101. Okay, 5:02. Yeah, we got time to finish this, but I just want to make sure I have enough time to like go down and be like, what am I gonna have? I think I'm gonna eat this. Man, you know, I'm thinking about how I like... Yeah, that's going to need to be a little snip so it doesn't... Because that's sticking up way too much. I did not get that tight in the corner like it's it's supposed to. But where was I going? Oh yeah, like so I was thinking about how I need to go back to the garden center and get another pot. But like maybe the pot that I'm thinking of will be a lot cheaper than I'm expecting. Maybe it'll be maybe I'll find a smaller pot it'll be like $6.99 or less than $6.99. It will be cool. Like I kind of want to buy a pot from Dollar Tree because I know I could get the right pot size for $1, but that's from China. That's not made in America, and I am doing my effort to shop less China and more America to support the American economy. And it's not that I've like noticed tariffs yet, because I haven't seen that yet. Maybe they haven't gone into play yet. I don't know. All I do know is that, hey, I like the idea of supporting America. I'm more conscious of this. You know, if China is the only place that has what I'm looking for, sure. Buy from Amazon, Dollar Tree, wherever. But if I can buy American, I'll buy American. Hopefully these America avocados I bought are good. They're USA avocados, but the US and A are red, but all one word, and then the A is also part of the avocados. I think it's pretty sweet. Okay. Okay, overall this one is looking slightly better than the other one. Not by a lot, but it is by some. Yeah, we got plenty of tape here. Excuse me. The real question, though, especially if I sing Pierre, like, who am I gonna look at while I'm singing? And who am I gonna, like, wink at? Not like this, oh, I'm so nervous I have to look at, like, the right person and so that I'm, like, looking at someone who's not gonna be, like, laughing or making fun. No, it's just, like, which girl do I want to feel special? Which girl do I want to make it look like I'm maybe kind of partially singing to them? And then, like, ultimately at this point, I have no idea. And even if I did have an idea, it's kind of like, okay, but then real question, bro, do I actually like them? That folded over terribly. Do I actually like them or not? Right now, no one specific comes to mind. So I think just, I think the safe bet is just pick the one that I do actually think kind of looks cute, even if it's just that and I don't like know them very well, because I'm a little bit less of a looks person and more of a like how do they act, how are their mentals kind of a thing. Obviously looks are part of it, and I'm not going to go into detailed description, but I actually had one friend who I kind of liked, but she's happily married, and I'm totally cool with that. I am still friends with them, although we don't like talk very often. But I've seen other people that look exactly like her, and she actually looks very similar to me. Like one time I was scrolling through the app carousel on an old Android phone, Note like 4 or something, and it was like, is that like my chin from a photo, like a profile picture that I don't quite recognize on Facebook? So I clicked on it. Oh no, it's my friend. Okay, interesting. I never noticed that before. But then, like, the fact that some other people have looked very similar to her, be like, man, it'd be so cool if I ran into them in the grocery store again in a setting and it like somehow was very clear that they weren't like married or in a relationship, and I got the courage to ask them. Or even better, if they were like, "Hey, I think you're cute," and I'm like, "Yeah, I think you're cute too," and they're like, "You want to like go on a date?" In that setting, I think absolutely yes. And honestly, if someone had the courage to like do that, and this is outside of singles ward setting, and someone who I have not seen in the singles ward, high chance of me saying yes, unless for like, unless there were like a few things, like a thing that happens quite often, like when I'm at work at Dollar Tree or just out and about shopping or whatever, is it'll be like, that girl in the distance kind of looks cute. This is me thinking to myself, "Yeah, she kind of looks cute," and not like I'm gonna tell her that or anything like that. Maybe I'd say I like your outfit or something. But what happens? Oh, hey, she kind of looks cute, and then she gets closer and like, never mind, not really. And no, it's not what you're thinking. Like, oh, because I don't know, she had a bunch of like warts on her face. You meanie, why are you doing that? Or you didn't like facial structure. No, it's more like they get close. Like, oh, nose ring. I'm not a nose ring person. Extra piercings, tattoos. And I can still like visualize past that and be like, yeah, but I still see what I saw a moment ago that was cute. But like less interest there. Especially because like I marry someone, I want to marry them in the temple. You're gonna have to be religious for that. And then on top of that also, or like if I did date this person, there would have to be some change on their part. And not a relationship where I can expect someone to change. I've heard a lot of those that don't work out necessarily. Some do. It depends. But like from what I remember from bits and pieces that I've heard, something that is, I don't know how common this is, but something that is common is oh, I don't actually, I thought they changed for me, but they didn't. And then like they found that, they really didn't like the religion thing, and so our relationship just kind of fell apart. Sorry for anyone that's happened to, but that is a thing. And I don't know how, but I have 100% faith belief that if I ever got into a relationship where someone would need to make some fundamental changes in order for us to get married, I am positive that the Holy Spirit and the Lord and Jesus, whatever, they could absolutely guide me towards whether or not this person was absolutely making changes for themselves because they knew this was right. And I mean, also, yeah, a little bit for me, that's going to be in there too. But also just knowing that the religion is 100% right, and that if something else happened and we fell apart, they would still be religious, that sort of a thing. Yeah, they can absolutely guide you to that. So that's not a write off. But yeah. But so back to the whole like if someone asked me out in public, I would probably say yes to anyone if they had some things that I wasn't interested in or whatever. And like obviously if it looks like they wanted to do something not good, like a one nighter or whatever, I'm gonna be like, yeah, I don't do that. But if someone with like tattoos and whatever, a bunch of stuff, like asked me out, I would probably be a little bit cautious. Like what types of things are they gonna? But ultimately, I would try and have it end up on, that took courage to ask a stranger out. So, sure. I'm going to be honest. I am religious, so you know, it seems like some of the types of activities you're into aren't probably on my thing, but we can go get some food at a restaurant or something. Somewhere out in public. Go just have a conversation. Something cheap. I'll happily, take you out, and we'll go do it. And then, and the point of mentioning that, I would somehow have to work in there that I'm just, saying what I did because I don't want you to get any ideas right now. And then, depending on how it goes, we'll see if we go on a second one. We'll see. Maybe we just stay friends, but we don't date because, the whole religious thing, or maybe they change. Anything could happen, but because of the courage, I would probably say okay, as long as it was a public setting and I didn't feel anything specific from Holy Spirit or whatever being like, that person is really not, say no, just don't, you're going to be in trouble. If that didn't happen and they were just a person who thought I was cute, but their worldview, religious beliefs, and choices, and whatever didn't fit mine, yeah, we'll go on a date. But again, like, there would have to be some big changes. Don't expect it to go somewhere. And I could absolutely accept someone if they were working on changing, or if I started their path of change and they were seriously, genuinely changing. And as far as it could get would be nose rings gone, and then, the faint image of tattoos that had been removed. I could accept that. Well, let's get this tested and in place. We're just going to test on this one and see how it goes. I'm a little nervous about the front lip. I may have to cut into and make it more pronounced, but let's see. Okay, that one definitely has been curved in not a good way. So let's try and bend and curve you back the other way. Okay, there's still some curve, but hopefully the speaker is yeah, I am heavy enough to do this. Yeah, there's some weight to it. That's bending it straight. Then the back wants to curve up a bit now, but it's still got enough there. Okay, I think that's actually going to be decently good. Let's put... And then... Oh, and I never finished. The permanent thing up here will be for if people come over here and you want to hear my old speakers versus my new ones. Sort of a thing. But yeah. Alright, I'm going to leave that up there. It should hold. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys liked, leave a like down below. Don't feel bad if you're one of the regulars who sees this well after the fact. That's cool. I do this in between. Well, this is one of my other projects. I do Minecraft in between. So this is one of those other little project thingies. Thanks so much for tuning in, and I'll see you guys in whatever's next. Final thing. Let's see. Where is the switch on? Turn you off. I'm curious what my phone percentage is at. 18. Not bad. It was at 0 when I raced up here from cutting my hair to get this started. Anyways, we'll see you guys in. It's on a supercharger too. 90 watt, I think, whatever from OnePlus. See you guys in whatever's next. Bye.